What's up, friends? Welcome to the Friendly Food Forest. We got some weeds to pull, and also a little problem we've been having. We got some blight on some of our apple trees and some peach leaf curl taking out our contender peaches, and particularly our Honeycrisp apples are going down from the fire blight. So we're pulling most of them out. Anything I see with blight is getting trimmed back dramatically or pulled right out of there. And probably pulled out is your best option. But it made me think I need to do some research and get the proper trees going. I'd like to say the first time, but how about the second time? So my top 2 trees that I found researching with Purdue University, definitely check that link out. It can teach you a little bit about trees you might already have, like I did with the Honeycrisp. Found out it's particularly susceptible to a couple problems, and also which trees to be growing for sure. So the top 2 on my list, the Nova Mac, according to Purdue University, was very resistant to apple scab, fire blight, juniper rust, and also powdery mildew. So that one across the board seems like the best one, so says Purdue. Freedom apple, named that way because it gives you the freedom, helps you grow organically because you don't have so many issues with blights and mildews and that kind of stuff. So the Nova Mac and the Freedom, I would say, are the top 2 just based off university research. The Freedom's also very resistant in 2 categories and resistant to juniper rust and powdery mildew. The Liberty apple, made famous by Paul Gauci in Back to Eden film, which is where we picked up a lot of the information from around here and kind of ran with it. That Liberty apple is very popular, like I said, especially with the Back to Eden permaculture crew. So it's right up there. It's very resistant to apple scab, resistant to fire blight, very resistant to juniper rust, and resistant to powdery mildew. Something I've heard quite a bit of people enjoy is the Williams Pride apple. That's also just the same as the Liberty, very resistant to apple scab and juniper rust. The powdery mildew, and what's our other one? The fire blight, it's resistant. So that's definitely a good one. Getting down, not quite as resilient, but definitely still right up there. A lot better than some of the stuff I got planted the first time. It's going to be the Priscilla. And then also you got, it's susceptible to a few things like juniper rust and powdery mildew on the next group going down, but still very resistant and some moderately resistant to apple scab and fire blight. We had the Pristine apple, the Enterprise, and the Nova Easy Grow. And there's definitely a couple other apples that are well recommended to grow if you got fire blight or juniper rust as a problem in your area. You want to leave the strawberries when we're weeding, just pull the weeds. So if anybody has any that they've grown before or come highly recommended or kind of in that category but just a delicious taste, I'd really like it if you guys could add to this a little bit in the comments, because I definitely don't know everything about growing fruit trees. This is only my 3rd year. I'm learning on the fly, and I like to think I'm learning quite a bit, but I would definitely like to see as much information as we can spread in them comments to kind of help us rookies out a little bit. What apple trees are the best to grow out of them ones? What's your favorite flavor? Kind of give people a little head start. That's what I'm trying to do as far as easy to grow, because if you want to grow organic, you're going to probably need to stick to these top 7 varieties. Maybe, you know, if there's a couple other ones that are right there with them, because when you're not spraying as much, you're susceptible to a lot of them issues. And also fire blight's pretty prevalent, so unless you start with trees, at least in my area, so unless you start with trees that can deal with it, you're probably going to have problems. I know we've purchased, because I thought Honeycrisp, good value, good taste. You know, I didn't do enough research as I should have. I thought, why not? But why not is because I've pulled out 3 or 4 Honeycrisp apples now, and I could probably see most of them getting pulled out of here based off the results of the ones before. So you're talking 120 bucks on apples that are pulled out on 2nd and 3rd year they were planted. So I definitely advise to start with the right trees, make it a lot easier on you. And if you like tips like this, you like these videos, you want to add to this discussion, help us all out, smash that like, subscribe, and share this one around. Let's check out a little more. All right, got our strawberries weeded. Looking a whole lot better. That's gonna be the first thing that puts off for us this year. Got some over here that are already cleaned up really good, and we kind of matched that all the way around. We're staying busy making moves in the friendly food forest. Strawberries first, radishes will be next. Got our cucumbers and our nice interplanting going good. Probably some carrots popping up too. Lots of life going in the friendly food forest. Take you in a little closer really soon here. We got some nice rain clouds. Gonna keep this stuff growing. See you soon.